Hello, do you like Lego cars, trucks, maybe boats, trains, anything like that? If you do, that's cool. But this video has nothing to do with any of that because this is the Lego City 2017 race plane is what they call it. Probably should have called it racing plane. And to me, it looks almost exactly like a Sukhoi. I especially appreciate the new engine cowling detail, which uses one of the newer 2017 fender pieces that's just slightly squared off. That makes for a very nice profile for the top of the cowling. They also have a little bit of open space on the front, so you can see some air inlet area. They just put a small gear behind there for a little bit of detail inside, but I think that's very nicely done. This thing does use a bunch of stickers, but not too many, I feel. I feel like the number of stickers is appropriate for the level of graphic detail that they wanted. And a lot of the coloration of the whole thing and the excitement of its appearance does actually come from just building pieces. They've, nicely changed the color up by using different, colors of plates through there, a little bit of striping, just changing things up as you move through the build. Inside of this, it's much more colorful, but I'm happy that, the stuff that is on the inside doesn't really show through to the outside in any negative kind of way. So this actually ends up looking pretty much equally good from every angle. The only one thing that I don't like about this is that, as usual, for a tail dragger, they have not included any attempt at a tail skid or tail wheel back there. Things just don't attach very securely to the bottoms of these inverted, curved pieces. But at some point they need to figure out, I think, a way to extend something off from that middle level where the plates go through, bring something out there, and then put some form of skid there. Probably what I like best about this is what it looks like from the top. Just the changes between the black and the yellow, and the fact that they brought that into the tail feathers as well, I think is good. And it's always nice to get some new build elements like they've done with the engine area there. What I like least about this is definitely the open pair of gaps around the cockpit here. Yeah, that's just unfortunate because the cockpit shape is really good. I usually don't like this shape of cockpit all that much when it's just kind of a bubble. It's just sitting there, but this feels like it. I think maybe these curves back here just really help to bring everything together, and the fact that it's down a plate relative to the engine cowling. It's very appropriate, but just those gaps there bug me. Inside, single control stick. What more can you ask for, really, at this scale? Oh, there's one place where you can see a little bit of different color, but I'm okay with that because that can just kind of represent the differences that you would see for all of your console inside. The S on the pilot's flight suit is a throwback to a very old series of minifigures, and the S, I believe, represented a reference to like sport, like sport flyers. There's a bigger version of it on the back, but this definitely does not look like a classic figure. It doesn't look like an old figure. It doesn't look like an even retro styled figure. It's fully modern, just uses that nice little throwback for folks who like the older stuff or who had some of the older stuff. It's nice to see that continuation without it artificially just messing with the look of the thing as a modern set. I like this. This is definitely one of my favorite Lego single seat, single engine prop planes ever in all of their history. They've made some pretty cool ones in the past, but this one I think really takes the cake compared to all of them. It's got a nice level of detail, nice level of realism, and yet it's small and inexpensive and a good use of the parts, I think. Maybe next time they can fill up the gaps around the cockpit and then it'll be absolutely perfect. Let me know in a comment what you think about this set and about this plane design, and if you have any thoughts about it relative to other Lego planes that you've seen in the past. Thanks for watching. Thank you in advance for your feedback, and I'll catch you later.